Hey. Hey, folks. How are you doing? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Good, good, good. Let me get myself set up, and then we will get started in just a few minutes. Just going to get out my various pings and all that kind of fun stuff. Just going to get a fleet advert up. Just bear with me a second. We're going to have a look, like a chill, slow start while people join us and that kind of thing. So there's no massive rush to rush over here or anything like that. We are leaving from Korsiki Horizon, so make your way over there if you can.
Just so that you know, Laura, your message of the day says you're forming in jitter.
Oh, does it? Bugger. Let me just change that. Thank you. There we go. Right, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get started then, I guess. So, hello everyone. Hi. Welcome to this Uni Shuttle Tour. We are going to go and see some cool stuff and we're going to go and poke it. So, welcome. My name is Laura Karpinski. I am your driver for this tour, I guess. I'm gonna tell you where to go and then hopefully tell you some cool stuff when we get there. So, hello. How about you guys? Let me know in the Discord channel. Who are you? How long have you been playing? Have you recently joined Eve Uni? Yeah, let me know about you while waiting for people to trickle into the channel. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, Mad joined 2013, won several times, lost again this year. Congratulations and commiserations. So Jarax, hi. Jarax started this account years ago, started playing a couple of months ago. Nice. It's a really common theme, to be honest. People create an account, play for a little bit, and then it goes idle for many, many years. And then they come back, and everyone thinks they're really experienced because they have a really experienced character, like a really old character, and they're actually a newbie. Isidore, welcome. Started 2014, has had several breaks. Okay, cool. Jet, 2.5 months old. Nice, welcome. Hope you're enjoying Eve so far. You have found your way to Eve Uni, and I know I'm biased, but you are in the right place. We will look after you. We will show you some cool stuff. You never really leave Eve. Yeah, true. Just to let you guys know, I am going to be streaming this with a delay so that hopefully we don't get camped. But I am also going to be streaming it on Twitch. So, yeah, if you want to follow along on Twitch, you are more than welcome to. Diablos, character turns 18 this year and so can legally drink. Excellent. Been back in the game 2 years after an 11-year break and in uni for that time. Not sure if I count as furniture now. Yeah, I think you kind of count as furniture. Plus, also, what are you drinking? What are we all drinking, actually? I'm being an absolute heathen and drinking gin and Diet Coke.
See, I've got a rum and coke at the moment.
Minot, I started 3 days ago. Heard you give free shuttles. Yes, absolutely. I can give you a shuttle if you need a shuttle. Just let me know when you're in Korsiki Horizon and I can send one over to you. Davey just joined a few days ago, playing since December 2025. Thought this would be a chill first event to join. Yeah, good choice. Yeah, this is a very chill event. We're not doing any PvP, we're not doing any missions or mining or anything like that. We're just going to go and see some cool stuff and poke it and talk about it and then go and see some more cool stuff. So it's nice and chill. That is not to say that you will not die over the course of this tour. You may very well die over the course of this tour. I have quite a good track record for wiping out the tour fleets, but that's why we go in shuttles, because they are very cheap and very fast. So if we all die, we can just grab another one and go out again. So this is an ideal first event for you to join. Oh, Mad says he's drinking water while editing photos of his baby. Oh, Oh, cute. My rum and coke ran dry. Oh no, disaster. Okay, so while we're waiting for the last people to get to Korsiki Horizon, there is a fleet up in-game. You don't need to be in Korsiki Horizon yet to join the fleet. If you're still on the way, you can still join the fleet. The way that you join a fleet is in your in-game window. Go up to the very top left where it says Neocom menu. Go to Social, and then go to Fleet. So very top left, then go to Social, and go to Fleet. And then you want to go to the Fleet Finder tab. So a Fleet Finder tab. And these little boxes here, these drop downs, these are filters. So if you filter by My Corp Fleets and press Find Fleets, then one of them is going to be a fleet by Laura Karpinski as the fleet boss. And the fleet name is Uni Shuttle Tour. And that's the one that you want to join. So it's this one right here. If you can't find it, I'm showing it on the stream. It's this one here, Laura Karpinski, in Korsiki, Uni Shuttle Tour. That's the one to join. If you're struggling to join it, or if you are not in Uni and you need an invite, then just let me know, ideally in Discord, and I will send you an invite. And for this tour, it's a shuttle tour, which means we are going to be in shuttles. So I would like you please to get yourself into a shuttle. I don't mind which flavour of shuttle you want to fly. Ideally not the one super expensive one, but if you're flying Caldari, Minmatar, Galente or Amar shuttles, those are all super cheap. And if you don't have a shuttle in Korsiki Horizon, once you're docked up in Korsiki Horizon, if you right click my name in chat, just going to pop a few X's in Fleet Chat, right click my name, and then go to Trade. You need to be docked in Korsiki Horizon first. Right click my name and go to Trade, and I will grab you a shuttle. Lovely. I had a couple of trades pop up there that then disappeared. Did you guys change your mind and decide you didn't need shuttles? Or did you click close by accident? If you need a shuttle, please feel free to trade me. I have a whole bunch of them. Let me get in one of my previously used ones. Just a little bit dusty. Let's just dust off a little bit. Do we have skins for these shuttles? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, for extra bonus points, pop on a skin if you have one. Even though we're flying shuttles, we still want to look sexy, don't we? I'll go for black. That's pretty cool. There is shuttle skins, yeah. Nice.
I only have the one Scott shuttle skin and it's boring and blue and black.
Bleh. You are not going to be looking sexy, apologies.
I know, there's no pink shuttle skin for my Caldari shuttle and I'm sad about it.
Just going to be flying like a basic bitch. Minot, will we need a specific fit for it? No, there's no fits for shuttles because they do not have any slots for any modules. So you just fly the hull. There's nothing you can fit onto it. So yeah, just the hull is all you need. Aragon, can I fly in a cormorant? No, I'd much prefer you to be in a shuttle, please. Shuttles are much faster and they're much cheaper, and they're also immune from bubbles, and we're going into some areas of space that we are likely to get bubbled, or it's possible we will get bubbled, so I want you to be immune from bubbles. Just checking the fleet comp window. I think we're waiting for a couple of people. Minot says they are 3 jumps out, which is fine. Diablos, can I bring my Drake? You can only bring a shuttle or a fried egg. And if you're bringing your fried egg, you're going to have to take your own warps because it's slowing everyone down for you.
That is true. I'll be a long way behind.
Yeah. Fit mouse and keyboard. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so while we wait for Minot to get here, I think Papa Jam is on the way as well. While we wait for the last guys to get here, a few things that you should know. So first of all, reminder, you should all be in shuttles. Make sure you are all in a shuttle. When I say shuttle, I mean shuttle and not Corvette. So when you are docked and you have an option to board my Corvette and it gives you a free ship, that is a noob ship, a Corvette, and that is a rubbish ship. It's a rubbish ship for when you have no other ships. So we do not want to be flying one of those because they are super slow. So they will really slow us down if anybody is flying a Corvette. So we want you to be in a shuttle. And if you don't have a shuttle, if you trade me and I will give you one. So we are going to be going into low sec and wormhole space. So we are going to be going into spooky space. There is always a chance that we will get blown up. So for this reason, first of all, make sure you're in a shuttle. Secondly, I would like you to be flying a clean clone, please. So I'd like you to not have any implants that you care about. If you're not sure if you have implants, if you click on your character sheet, that is your little picture up here. And then if you go to the character and augmentations tab, then you should see no implants or boosters in effect. So that is your character sheet, and then go to character and augmentations. It's this one here, and make sure that it says you do not have any implants. The reason is, if you have implants, for example, the +3 training implants that Uni gives, then if you lose your ship and your pod, then your implants will disappear. They will just go poof into space and they're gone. So for that reason, you don't want to be using any of them. So if you do have any implants, then this station that we're stuck in right now, it's rather aggressive, wasn't it? That we're docked in right now, has got a clone bay. So the way that you can switch to another clone, if you have implants, is you'll go up to your clone bay, you will create a jump clone in this station using the install clone button, and then you will jump straight over to that clone. And the way that jump clones work is your implants will then be safe on this other jump clone. So they will be safe, they will be somewhere else, and then you can take your clean clone to go and go on the tour, and then when you come back, you can just jump back to the clone that has your implants in, so you won't lose them. Even if you die during the tour, they will be safe here in the station. But what you can't do with implants is you can't remove them and then put them in back in later on, because if you remove them, they explode. They are just destroyed by removing them. So you don't want to do that. Okay, Minot has arrived. Perfect. Let me give you a shuttle, my friend. Okay, I think that is now everybody here in Korsiki Horizon. Let me just double check the fleet composition window. Yeah, we are all in Korsiki, which is excellent. We have popcorn, lovely. We have gin and rum and popcorn. Excellent. What else do you need for a tour, eh? Okay, Sinfetch, hi, welcome in Twitch. For you guys that don't know, we have a Twitch channel. You are welcome to follow us along on Twitch if you like. You're just going to see my screen, so it's probably not as cool as going and seeing it yourself, but you can follow along on Twitch if you want to. Okay, so Fleet, let's go ahead and get undocked. We're just going to talk about a couple of things before we actually head off. So Fleet, if you can go ahead and undock. So undock yourself from Korsiki Horizon. Okay, now a couple of instructions that you're going to hear over the course of this fleet. Okay, one of them is going to be making best speed. So if I say make best speed, what that means is I'm going to put a destination into the channel. And if I say make best speed, that means I'd like you to get to that destination as quickly as you can. So I'd like you to just warp and jump until you get to that destination. When you get there, you need to stop and wait for the rest of us who are a little bit slower than you. So, yes, so if I say make best speed, that means I would like you to just go warp and jump until you get there, okay? Kai, you seem to be in a capsule. You might have forgotten to get into your ship, so go ahead and get into a shuttle if you could, my friend. Another thing, if I say make best speed, what I don't mean is autopilot, okay? There is something in game that allows you to autopilot, so you can set the autopilot to take you somewhere and not have to warp and jump yourself. However, with the autopilot, it doesn't take you straight there. It takes you to about 15 kilometers away from the gate, and then your ship slowly approaches the gate, and then it jumps through. And then it warps to 15k from the next gate, slowly approaches and jumps through. So it's really slow because you are approaching each gate, and also it's really obvious that you're autopiloting. It's kind of like holding a big neon sign over your head to say, I'm not, I'm AFK, please shoot me. So we do not autopilot pretty much ever, unless you are going somewhere and you absolutely don't mind if you arrive or not. Then you can autopilot and it doesn't matter how long you get there. But otherwise, we do not use autopilot because it's super slow and it's super dangerous. Okay, next, something that's going to be very relevant to this fleet is bookmark folders. So I'm going to link you a bookmark folder in Fleet Chat. That is this one here. So if you can go ahead and click on that bookmark folder, that Eve Scout /Hubs one, it's going to ask if you want to connect to and online. And you want to say yes, you do want to both connect to and online that bookmark folder. So go ahead and do that. So connect to and online that bookmark folder. The reason for that is going to become clearer later on. It's going to become very clear later on because we're going to be using it a lot. But for now, you just need to connect to and online it. We're also going to be using a website, and let me put that website in Fleet and in Discord. So this is a website that goes with that bookmark folder. They are twins, so they're really useful to use together. So this website will tell us where the wormholes are. And don't worry if you're a bit lost about what I mean by where the wormholes are. We're going to find out later as we get into the tour, okay? But that is a useful website for you to have, as well as this bookmark folder. So have it open and also bookmark it ideally as well. Okay, that's fine. So we are going to be heading first. We're actually going to be going a slightly different route. The name of the tour is Thera, Turner and Zarzak, but we are going to start off in Isbrabata. So I know, we are going off off-grid as the very first stop that we do. So what we're going to do, we're going to be heading to this location. Let me just link it for you. Now don't head there yet, this is just for your information of where our first stop is going to be. So we are going to be heading to Isprobata, which is the location of our low-sec community. I expect there's probably people who came from the low-sec community to Korsiki for this and are now heading back, but that's fine. We're just doing a bit of a tour around the galaxy. So, hi guys, this is Korsiki. Welcome. So what I would like you guys to do is, Minot says purple names mean player from fleet. Yes. So if you see purple names in your overview, that is people who are in the fleet with you. So, and actually that is a really good reminder for me, because I recently had to reinstall Windows on my computer, or my husband reinstalled Windows, and I don't have an overview. So thank you for the reminder about that. Let me install the eVuni overview, and then I can see what you guys are seeing. There we go, that's better. That's better, we have a proper overview now. Yes, so purple names mean they're in the fleet with you. So they are friends. What is also really helpful for you to do, just in case you get lost, is if you right-click my name in Fleet, again, I'll put some X's in Fleet Chat, right-click my name and go to Fleet, Add to Watch List. So go to Fleet, Add to Watch List. And that will mean that if you're in the system with me, you will be able to right-click my name in your watch list and warp to me. So if you get lost and you can see me in local but you don't know where I am, you can always right-click my name and warp to me. Final thing before we head off, screenshots. We're going to go and see some really cool stuff on this tour, some really cool looking stuff. So I would love to see some screenshots afterwards. And the best way to take screenshots is if you press Control and F9 to hide the UI. So try it now, press Control F9. That hides all of like your overview and your channels and all that kind of thing. And then if you press Print Screen, it will save it in the capture folder of your Eve folder. So you can go to your Eve folder and it will share all screenshots you've taken within the game. So yeah, please take some screenshots, and then we can see afterwards, we can show people who didn't come on the tour what they missed, and you can look again at some of the cool stuff that you have seen. Rika, yes please, can you make sure you're in a clean clone, and also make sure you're in just a shuttle, so nothing more than a shuttle please. If you need a shuttle, then let me know and I can send one over to you. There is no print screen on Mac. There is not, and I know nothing about Macs, so maybe someone else can tell you how to take screenshots on a Mac. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, nice. We have prizes. We have prizes already. Love it. Okay, so Diablo says he has a wolf, which is a cool ship that he will give to whoever takes the best screenshot. So there is some incentive for you. Take some pretty pictures and you can win a really cool ship. So, yes. So, yeah, make sure you take screenshots and post them in Discord so that we can see them. Okay, we're going to start heading off. Now, Rika, you'll be able to catch up with us because we're just going to be making best speed through high sec initially. So if you get into a clean clone, grab a shuttle and head after us, you should be absolutely fine. Let me just make sure you are in a shuttle. Yep, you are. Okay, perfect. We are all in shuttles, which is what I like to see. Okay, so you remember I told you earlier about making best speed. So we're going to do that. We are going to make best speed to this dude. Okay, So I'd like you to set that as your destination, ICAO. So right click that, set as destination. Make sure you have your autopilot set to prefer shorter. So it should be 11 jumps. Can you guys all see 11 jumps? Where's my pointer window gone? I closed it. Okay, so right click ICAO, set that as your destination. Let's set your route to prefer shorter, and we're going to go ahead and make best speed to ICAO. So you're going to get yourself to ICAO. So warp and jump until you get to ICAO, and when you get there, you are going to stop. Okay, so we're not going to do fleet warps for this part. We're all going through high sec, so we're going to be pretty safe in a bunch of shuttles. So let's head off and make our way to ICAO. DPI in Twitch chat says, oh, sightseeing, yes. That's what we're doing. We're going to go and see some cool stuff. For this particular one, we're going to Thera Turner and Zarzak. Go and see some weird systems. I have for people who are watching this stream, my Eve window is really squished because I have Discord and OBS and a list of interesting facts about Thera Turner and Zarzak on the other side of my screen. So that's why you're probably thinking, how does she play with such a tiny screen? I'm using literally half of my screen. So yeah, second screen for the win. Yeah, I'm just not organized enough. Yeah, one day. One day I'll be organised enough to get a second screen and set it up properly. Yay, air daily goal completed. You've completed 3 jumps. Excellent. That made me check Discord settings, says Jarax. So while we are heading off, you are welcome to ask questions. So if you have any questions during this fleet, you can ask them either in fleet chat or in Discord chat, or if you are watching on Twitch, although there's a 15-minute delay, so it'll be a while before I answer, but you can ask questions in Twitch chat as well. So you can ask questions. You can also ask questions in voice if you like. Just bear in mind that we are streaming on Twitch, so if you don't want your voice to be on Twitch, then yeah, just bear that in mind. Feel free to type questions instead. Minot says, what is this shuttle ship for if I cannot fit anything to it? It's for this. It's literally for this. It's for being able to travel quickly places in something cheap. And that's why we're using them. So yeah, that's what it's for. You can't fight anything with it. You can't do mining or missioning or abyssals or anything in it. You can just travel in it. So it's just a travel ship.
But it does warp twice as fast as the free ship.
Yes.
And can't be and aligns faster and can't be hit by bubbles, so it's just better.
Yeah, it's better all round for travelling. It is basically designed as a travel ship. So that's why we're using them, because we're going on a little tour. So while we are on the way, while we are travelling, let's talk a little bit about a couple of in-game things that we're going to be using during this tour. Rika, you're 2 jumps away. Are you 2 jumps away from Korsiki, or are you 2 jumps away from Ikea? So first of all, the first thing from me. Okay, perfect. Lovely. So you're catching us up nice and quickly. So the first thing to talk about is the directional scanner. So the directional scanner is the D-scan. So there is a little window for your directional scanner. Oh, blimey. Oh no, we don't want that. Oh no, we don't want that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I hate that my settings have reset. Okay, you go away. Don't want you, just want you. Thank you.
You should have exported your overview before you wiped your computer.
I know. The thing is, I had to do it twice because my hard drive was running out of space. So Bates took one of his hard drives from his computer and installed it in mine. And then 2 days later, that hard drive died. So then I've had to do it again, or he's had to do it again. So I'm just at this point, I'm just like, whatever settings I have, that's just gonna have to do.
You're going to be sad about your settings for about the next month.
Yeah.
Until
I just about got it in a kind of semblance of being able to use it, and then 2 days later it's just gone. Nivek, can I join in as Roberta, please? Of course you can, yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, so the directional scanner we were talking about. So, is there there is a link to the directional scanner, of course there is. So this is where you can find your directional scanner. And what this is, basically this tells you stuff that is around you in space. It's kind of like a radar. So it tells you stuff that is around you. So that includes ships, people, stations, all kinds of stuff. It will show you stuff that is in space. So yeah, your directional scanner is really useful because it enables you to do a scan and see what's going on, see what's around you. That's helpful, isn't it? I have nothing. Okay, so that's what your D-scan is. A D-scan is a really useful tool. What you should try and get into the habit of is learn how it works and get in the habit of using it, because whatever you're doing, whether you're doing mining or you're doing sites like combat sites or whatever you're doing, using your directional scanner is really useful. So make sure you get into the habit of using your directional scanner. If you're super new and you've just discovered that a directional scanner is a thing, don't worry. Have a bit of a play with it when you have some more time. For the moment, we're all traveling together, so it is fine. But yes, so directional scanner is something that is really useful. Build a habit of spamming V. Yes, V is the default key for refreshing your directional scanner. So yes, spamming V is a good thing to do, because then if there's something that's coming for you, you can see, oh, they are 14k out, they are a bit closer, they are a bit closer, maybe I want to be out of here. So yeah, get in the habit of spamming V to use your directional scanner.
It becomes like a nervous twitch if you spend too much time in low and null.
It does, absolutely. Nivek says it doesn't work to put a gummy on the key and put a book on top of it. You have to actually press it at the right time. Yes. It's good of you to try, though. Resourceful. Okay, so we are now in Ikeo. We've got a couple of people we're still waiting on, I think. Let me just check the fleet comp to see where people are. Oh, everybody is super close. Lovely. That's great. How do I get the smaller version of the scanner? So once you open up your D scanner, there is a little picture to the top right where you can pop it out. So what I did when I opened mine, and it was a full screen one, I popped out into another little window and then I closed the map view. So I just have the D scanner. Definitely says need one of those nodding birds here. Yeah, like the 1980s. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so we are all in IKEA by the looks of it. Let me just make sure I have everyone. Nivek is already in Iswabata, so perfect. Okay, lovely. So we're going to go to our next destination, which our next destination is going to be there. So same thing as we did before. So right click that, set that as your destination, and then please make best speed to Audern. So make best speed to Audern. It should be 12 jumps, provided you have prefer shorter set. Davy, isn't this system notorious for gankers being around here? Yes. Yeah, Udema. Udema is, so it is high sec, but it is on the lower end of high sec, which means that Concord has a slow response time. They do respond, but they're just slower. So, and it's also a pipe. So it's an easy way to get from one side of the map to the other is going through this system. If you don't go through this system, you have to go a long other way round. So for that reason, a lot of people come through this system with really big shiny ships, freighters and expensive stuff. And so there are people who gate camp this this system. They sit there with their ships, they wait for something shiny to come through, and then they try and destroy it. So this system can be dangerous if you are in a big ship. If you're just in shuttles like this, you'll be absolutely fine. They won't bother smart bombing a shuttle because it's just, or they won't bother attacking a shuttle because it's just not worth the effort. That is not to say, of course, that you should be carrying expensive stuff in shuttles, because although most people won't attack a shuttle, some people will, and they are basically made of paper. So if someone sneezes at you, then you will explode. So as well as D-scan, something else that's going to be really useful for you is using bookmarks. So I linked a bookmark folder earlier. Bookmarks are coordinates in space. So they are coordinates that you can fit in. So there are coordinates, they're an exact location that you can then put in a bookmark folder and you can share with other people. So you can share your bookmarks with other people. And that's what that link was that I gave you. It is a link to a shared bookmark folder. So this is a bookmark folder that is maintained by the group called Eve Scout, and they put bookmarks in it. They update them, they remove them, all of that kind of thing. So there's a shared bookmark folder that is public, so anyone can access it unless you've been a naughty naut and you've been added to their ban list. But otherwise, everybody can use it. Artalan says, how do we join the fleet if we're a late arrival, already in a shuttle heading to Audern? Okay, that's fine. So you have done the hard bit. All you need to do is join the actual fleet. So if you go to your Neocom window at the top, at the very top left, and then go to Social and Fleet. So Social and Fleet, and then you want the Fleet Finder tab, and you want this one, which is Fleet Boss Laura Karpinski, and the name is Eve Uni Shuttle Tour. So just go ahead and do that, join that fleet, and then you are the same place as everyone else, basically. There we go. I see you in Fleet Artelan. Welcome. So yeah, our current destination is Audern. So that's this one. And that's where I'm making best speed at the moment in shuttles. Okay, so to create a bookmark, so I talked about bookmarks earlier. To create a bookmark, the easiest way, I would say, is if you press Control and B, then that will make it'll pop up a new little window. And if you press Submit, that will create a bookmark. So an easy way to quickly create bookmarks is Control B, Enter. That'll give you a bookmark in your current location. And you can set them so you can give them a label, you can put them in specific folders, and you can choose when you want them to expire. So if you want to keep that bookmark forever, then leave it as never, which means it will stay in your bookmark folder forever. But if you just want to keep it for a little while, so for example, if it's a mission site that you're going to want to walk back to for now, but once you're done with the mission, you're not going to want it anymore, then you can set a shorter expiry. So you can set, for example, in 4 hours. So that means that will last for 4 hours and then it will disappear. We're talking in Fleet Chat about the kind of stuff you can carry in a shuttle. People said Blueprint, what kind of stuff you could fit in it. Blueprint copies, implants, blueprints, but don't do it. Is the takeaway. And Davey says, imagine owning expensive blueprints or implants. Davey, I'm currently saving ISK to get into a worm to try some T1 abyssals in the near future, but printing ISK in abyssal kestrels have been good pay so far. Yes, abyssals are a really good way of making ISK as a new player. Also home fronts. If you haven't done a home front yet, that's also a really good way of making ISK as a new player. It does require some more people, so you need like 3 to 5 people to do them, but there's always loads of people in EVE Uni that are wanting to run home fronts, so if you just ask, then someone will be able to join up with you. Davey says home fronts faction warfare. Right, no they're not. So faction warfare and home fronts are something different. So they are, home fronts are sites that you do in HiSec. They're kind of like mini missions, but they have specific things that you need to do. So for example, there's ones that involve like I think like protecting them. There's me talking about home fronts like I do them, like protecting a mining fleet and like healing a ship and that kind of thing. Like there's specific tasks that you need to do in a small group, and you can get really well paid actually for a new player doing home fronts.
Yeah, the most commonly run ones are the ones where you have to rep the ship, and the raid ones where you have to kill haulers.
Oh, nice.
So does that mean that a specific fit is needed, just because you might not always have a repair module?
Yeah, so normally there's specific
normally.
fits, yeah. But if you join one of the homefront fleets that we have going on, they will tell you what to fit, and sometimes I think they have loaner ships as well, so you can borrow one for the duration of the fleet. And I think when I was talking about home fronts before, they were saying that some of the people, they have loaners, but basically you can borrow one, and then once you've done a couple of home fronts, you've basically made enough ESK to then buy the ship. So you can then buy the ship and use it for more. So yeah. Okay, we are now in Audern. Let me just see whereabouts people are. I know we've got a delay on the fleet composition window, but okay. I'm one of the first here, which makes a change because I'm normally the one at the back. I was at the one at the back earlier because I just forgot to keep on warping at one point. There we go. So Diablo says it's about 40 minutes running home fronts for the ship to pay for itself. It costs about 40 to 50 mil to buy a home front ship. So in about 40 minutes of running them, you will have got enough ISK to buy the ship, which is pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good pay for a newbie. Loving these screenshots, by the way, in Discord. Do keep them coming. And this is just traveling. This is just going from A to B, and you guys are already doing some gorgeous screenshots. Okay, I think we're mostly here. I think just, let me just, we had another couple of people join, I think, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. So I think Nivak is already in Isbata. So, Mad has just arrived, perfect timing. And Artalan, are you on the way as well? Yeah, I see that you are almost here, which is great. Perfect, 2 jumps. Okay, so now for the next few jumps, we're going to go together because we're going to go into Losec. We're going to be going into the initial spooky space. So this is kind of medium spooky. It's a little bit more spooky because it is Losec, which means that Concord do not exist here. Concord are like the space police, and they do not protect Losec, which means if someone blows up your ship in Losec, the space police will not come and destroy their ship. However, there are gate guns, so if they shoot you and you're not a legal target within range of a gate, then the gate guns will shoot them. But the gate guns are a lot easier to avoid than Concord. So it's less secure. It's not completely not secure like Nullsec. It's a bit less secure. But because it's less secure, it's also much more lucrative. So you can do the same stuff you do in high sec in low sec and get paid a lot more money for it. And also because there is no Concord, it means you can shoot people, which is one of my favourite things to do. So you can shoot people. You can shoot people just doing PvP, just fighting other people, or you can also do faction warfare, which is kind of like a mixture between PvE and killing NPCs, and also killing or being killed by other players. It's kind of a mixture between PvE and PvP. You can make some quite good ISK doing faction warfare as well.
Do you want me to +1 you through here?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be brilliant. Thank you. So this is the next location we're going to be going to. So if you right-click that and set that as your destination, it should be 3 jumps. 3 jumps. Okay, so Fleet, can you please take this fleet warp to Avanod? So because I'm the FC, I can warp your ship. So I cannot make you go through gates, I cannot align you, but I can warp your ship. So for the next couple of jumps, I'm just going to do fleet warps just so that we're all landing together. So if you miss the fleet warp, then warp yourself to Avanod. Warp yourself to the Avanod gate.
Avanod in-gate is clear.
Okay, perfect. Fleet, jump, jump, jump into Avanod. Jump, jump, jump. You might get a pop-up saying it's a low security system. Yes, you do want to go. Okay, and then Fleet, can you align yourself to EYT? So align yourself to EYT, the EYT gate.
Outgate's clear as well. Jumping now.
Lovely. Fleet, please take this fleet warp to EYT. If you miss the fleet warp, then warp yourself to the EYT gate. So warp yourself to the EYT gate.
EYT in-gate's clear.
Thank you. Isidore says, what's always interesting if you're travelling around in low or nullsec, look for contracts fire sales. Sometimes you get cheap stuff that you only have to extract. That's a good tip, thank you. So once you land on the EYT gate, can you please jump, jump, jump into EYT? Oh, we have a wild mark. A wild mark has joined us. Jump, jump, jump into EYT.
Is Bravata gates clear as well?
Lovely, thank you. So jump, jump, jump into EYT and then align yourself to the Isbrabata gate. So align to Isbrabata. Are we all following okay? Is anybody lost or doesn't know where we've gone? We're all in the right system, so fleet, take this fleet warp to Isbrabata. Take the fleet warp to Isbrabata. And then fleet, jump, jump, jump into Isbrabata. So jump, jump, jump into Isbrabata. And align yourself to this station here. And then go ahead and take the fleet warp to the station. When you get to the station, go ahead and dock up in the station. We have a welcome already. So Nivek, who was in the low-sec community and was waiting for us in Isbrabata, says, welcome to LSC, everyone wants to kill you. There are fleets to join all the time, gas, mining and faction warfare. The money here is much better than high-sec. So go ahead and dock up in this station, the Pater Tech School station. Sounds harsh, I'm sold, yes. Okay, so dock up in Pater Tech School. So this is the low-sec community. This is where we have a bunch of uni members in this system. They are living together in low-sec every day, all day, every day. They are living in low-sec. They are doing lots of things, as Nivek has given you a few examples. So there's fleets to join all the time. There's lots of fleets, lots of PvP fleets, lots of PvE fleets doing stuff around the Isbrabata area. There is faction warfare. As I talked about, faction warfare is something you can only do in low-sec. And this system is right on the war point in between Minmatar and Amar. So Minmatar and Amar are constantly fighting around here. So the idea of faction warfare is you can join one of the sides and then you can go ahead and fight for your chosen side. And you don't have to be just Amar or Minmatar to be able to enlist with them. Anyone can enlist, doesn't matter what faction your character was born as. You can enlist, you just need the right standings. So as long as you have the right standings, you can enlist and fight for your faction. And if you have no idea how faction warfare works, 2 tips for you. First of all, come to the low-sec community, come to Isbrabata, hop into voice comms in Discord, the low-sec voice comms, and say, hi, I've just joined, how does faction warfare work? And they will help you out. That's what I did when I first came to the low-sec community, and they took me out together and we went and did some faction warfare sites together until I got the hang of it and until I knew what I was doing enough to be able to do it on my own. Second tip for faction warfare is on the Eve University YouTube channel. There are some videos. There's a whole series of videos by an awesome, knowledgeable person about faction warfare called T-Sky. There are a load of videos that they have recorded on practically every different thing that you might need to know. And they're like bite-sized videos, so they're just like 5 minutes or so each. They're not really long, so you can just kind of drip feed your knowledge about faction warfare. Davey, bookmarking this station sounds like a good idea, I figure. Yes. So this particular station we've docked in, this is not the headquarters of the low-sec community, that is the other one, but this station that we've docked in has a clone bay. So if you have infomorph psychology trained, then if you go to your clone bay in this station, you can set up a jump clone here. And then if you want to come back to the low-sec community, rather than doing all of those 20-odd jumps, you can just use a jump clone and literally immediately travel to Israbata. So if you have infomorph psychology trained, go ahead and pop a jump clone in here. Yeah, Nivek has said that the actual HQ of the low-sec community is that one that they've linked. So Israbata 8, Moon 5, Republic Security Services Assembly Plant. That's the main HQ, but that one doesn't have a clone bay. So that's why I brought you to this one instead, because hopefully people will want to put jump clones here. And as Nivek says, that's the HQ. You can just manually move your clone over there to get free ships and cool stuff on contracts. So they have a flight deck here, like we do in Korsiki. The only difference is it's in the hangars rather than on contract. But if you just ask someone, they will sort you out with ships. So you can get free ships here, and if you lose them, you just grab another one. So we have a flight deck here. They also have loads of ships on contract as well. So loads of slightly more expensive ships that people have made here or brought in here to sell to uni members. So you can buy loads of ships down here. You can also, we have a hauling service that will move stuff from Jita to Israbata. So you can move your stuff in as well. If you buy stuff in Jita, you can get it moved down here if you want to get yourself some ships to start with. Jet, will this place be closer to our destination, and is it a good idea to set home station here in case of pod loss, or keep home station in Jita? That's a good point. Yeah, because from this point onwards, we're going into slightly more dangerous space. So what I would suggest is that you set your home station here. So to do that, in the very top left of your window, where it says Israbata 0.4, and underneath that it says the name of the station. So Israbata 7, Moon 1, Pater Tech School. If you right click that and go to set home station, well, that means this will be your home station. And so if we die, this is where you will respawn, okay? You can change your home station as much as you want to whatever station you're docked in, and it's different from jump clones. So this isn't a jump clone, this is just your respawn point. So go ahead and set this your home station just in case. Mum, come pick me up, I'm scared. You're with us, you'll be fine. If you die, it's going to be hilarious.
Smart bombing practices, probably.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, there's a good chance that if you die on this fleet, we've all died as well. So
Yeah.
you're probably in good company.
And it's probably the last tour that I did an Eve Uni history tour for Eve Uni's birthday in March, and we were visiting some cool stuff, and we were in Syndicate, I think, and Mark was scouting for me and letting me know what's ahead. And Mark says there's a Praxis on the gate, which is a ship that has smart bombs, so can do like an area effect damage. And I was like, oh cool, Praxis on the gate. Okay, fleet walked to the gate, and unexpectedly the entire fleet died to smart bombs on the gate. So maybe you're taking your life in your hands coming with me. But it was fun. It was funny. And we were at the end of the tour anyway, so we just kind of got fast travel back home, which was quite nice of them, really. Okay, so this is Israbata. Are we ready to head out to our next destination? Does anybody need a little bit more time to set up jump clones or anything? Or are we ready to go to our next location? Okay, I am taking the resounding silence as we are ready to go. So, Fleet, let's go ahead and undock from Isbrabata.
Pay no attention to the DST.
Okay, so this is our next destination. Turner. Right click that, set that as your destination. You will notice it is one jump. Nice quick stop to the next location. So yeah, Diablos, if you wouldn't mind just checking the gate, that'd be brilliant.
On my way.
Fleet. So Fleet, if you can go ahead and align yourself to the Turner gate. And this is part of the reason why we are based in Isbrabata, because we are right next to Turner. And I will tell you why Turner is cool once we actually get in there.
It's clear on this side.
Perfect. So Fleet, please take this fleet warp to Turner.
Turner in gate's clear as well.
Lovely. Okay, so when you land on the Turner gate, please jump into Turner. Jump into Turner. Okay, so jump yourself into Turner. And then Fleet, take this fleet warp. We're going to Turner 1. So if you miss the fleet warp, then warp yourself to Turner 1. It's the planet 1 in Turner. And if you right click and go to planets, you'll see that it says Turner 1 brackets scorched, which is an unusual thing that you don't normally see. You don't normally see planets that say they're scorched. Okay, here we go. Here is our first destination, Turner 1. So welcome to Turner, guys. This is the first proper actual sightseeing stop on our tour. This is Turner 1. This is a planet that was permanently scarred in a major lore event. So no other planets look like this. This is a very special planet. So what happened is there was an experiment by the Amar, because it's always the Amar. The Amar were doing an experiment using something called a stellar transmuter, and it went wrong, and it led to a catastrophic chain reaction, which basically meant that the sun in this system released this massive wave of energy, and it destroyed the planet. This is the planet that's closest to the sun. So it basically destroyed pretty much everything on this planet and just created this scorched planet that we have here. And you'll see the planet, it's still visibly burning. It's still scarred from this this experiment that the Amar did that went wrong. So this was a big deal in the lore. It had major political fallout between the various parties, the various groups in Eve. So the Amar and the Mimitar and the Kaldari and the Galente. It had a massive political fallout, but it also did this. So please take this fleet warp now. Pretty pictures. Love them. So this is the station that was on the planet, and you will see that this station is also fucked. This station is fucked. So this station is suffered major structural damage to the station. If you just go ahead and dock up in this station a second, you'll see that not only the outside of the station looks different, but also the inside of the station as well. It is all charred and broken. Yeah, so if you look around inside the station, there's it's literally on fire. It's been on fire for a few years, so they're not very good at firefighting, but yeah, it's it's fucked, like I said. So, um, absolutely. Yeah, I'm fine. Meme. Yes. So, yeah, this is this station. This was messed up by the MR doing an experiment and exploding. But something else happened as well. So when this energy burst happened, it triggered a massive rise in wormhole activity. So if you go ahead and undock again from the station, you'll see you can take some pictures of the super cool outside of the station, which is all burned and kind of on a wonk as well. I haven't really seen a wonky station in space, like there's no up or down, but it's still wonky. Oh, is this the only station that is this damaged on the inside? I believe so, yes. I believe this is the only one that has this kind of damage on the inside of the station, which is pretty cool. So what it also did is it also created a massive rise in wormhole activity. So in Turner, there are a load of wormholes, loads and loads of wormholes, way more than most systems. And what that means is you can kind of use it for fast travel. It's kind of like a mini Thera. And we're going to talk about Thera later on when we get there. But if you had a scanning ship and you were to do scans here, you would find that there's loads of wormholes to faraway systems. So it means it's a great place for travel. So if you open up that locations bookmark that I linked at the beginning, that Mark has kindly linked again, if you open that up, and also if you open up that website that I linked earlier, that was, nope, not that one, that is not the one. So Eve Scout, lovely, thank you. So Eve Scout is a list of the bookmarks. So if you open that up, and if you switch the little slider to Thera in the top left, then you'll see these are all the places that you can go from Thera. These are all the Turner. Substitute Thera in that last sentence for Turner. So if you switch to Turner in the slider, then these are all the systems that you can go to straight from Turner. And to get to them, you just need to look up on that website, see where you want to go, and then compare it to the bookmarks in the bookmark folder that you just opened up. And then you can warp to the bookmark folder and come out in that system. So it's kind of like fast travel. You can fast travel to any of these places. It's really handy, particularly with fleets, because it means you can get your entire fleet somewhere very quickly. So if you want to go into like deep into sovereign nullsec that's owned by players, you can try and find an exit that is close to where you want to be. So the Eve Scout website that shows you these wormholes in real time. So it does have, so it shows you the real time wormholes, but bear in mind there are real people who are Eve Scout, the corporation, who are updating these wormholes. So sometimes it takes a little bit for them to notice that a wormhole has closed and update it. So very occasionally you'll find something that should be in the bookmark folder that isn't, or that because it's gone, or something that is in the bookmark folder that is not there anymore. So yeah. So the shared bookmark folder helps you find them in game, and that's why I suggested earlier that you online it. Yeah, or as Mark says, or leave half behind. Yeah, I have a bit of a tendency to, when travelling through wormholes, to crush the wormhole, which means so there's a certain amount of mass that can go through a wormhole, and if you get too much mass that goes through it, it will close. And also after a certain amount of time, it will close. And on several, okay, we have combat scanners on D. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and warp to somewhere else. Here we go. Let's warp over here. So so I have a bit of a habit of accidentally closing wormholes and leaving half my fleet on the other side of the wormhole. So, so if you missed that fleet warp, just warp to me, warp to Laura. Just moved a little bit because there is someone scanning. Okay, so that is Thera. No, that is Turner. That is not Thera, that is Turner. So, let's go ahead and go to our next stop. I thought it was only Thera I did that in. I'm multi-talented. I can get people stuck on any wormhole. So this is our next destination. So go ahead and set that as your destination. Again, it is one jump. So set that as your destination. It is one jump. Nice and easy. Ooh, pretty. This is quite a pretty sun, actually, isn't it? It's yeah, it was just destroyed. So yeah, can I just check that the Zarzak gate is clear, and then we'll go ahead and warp over to that because it's a particularly pretty
rats
gate.
there, but
Okay,
otherwise it's
cool. So fleet, take this fleet warp to Zarzak. Just be careful because the rats can sometimes hit pretty hard. So if you need to warp away, then warp away. We won't stay too long on the gate. I just want to show you the gate before we go through it because look at this. Ooh, freaky weird gate. What is this? Ooh. So this is a weird gate. It doesn't look like other gates. This is a Jove gate. So this is a particular type of gate by the Jovians, and it's got this ominous looking cloud around it. And it tells you that we are going somewhere very weird. So Turner is a bit weird. This is even weirder. So let's go ahead and jump into Zarzak. Go ahead and jump into Zarzak. It will say that there is a fee for you jumping through the gate. It's 10,000 disc, how dare they? And also it will say that you will be locked to the gate. Say yes, that is good. You do want to go ahead. So go ahead and jump into Zarzak. Now you will now see up in the top left, as well as your jump cloak timer, you have something called an emanation lock timer. An emanation lock timer. What that means, so these are special gates in Zarzak. So there's 4 gates in Zarzak, but they have an emanation lock, which means that if you jump through into Zarzak through one of them, you can only go out by that gate for the next 6 hours. So you'll see on your overview there's 3 other gates and they all have now a little locked sign, and if you hover over them it says unavailable. So we can only go out through this gate to Turner. We can't go out any of the other gates now unless we sit here for 6 hours and then go out again. Or die. We can also die, and that will get us out of Zarzak. But yes. So yeah, we are now emanation locked to this gate. So you'll also see, if you hover over the thing that looks over your overview, if you're getting attacked, then just warp somewhere. So it says you are protected from the Zarzak gravity hazard. So there is a gravity hazard in this system, which means that if you stay around too long, the system will start to kill you. So we're only going to be very briefly in Zarzak because we don't want to die from space. This is very weird space. Okay, so fleet, now take this fleet warp. What a hospital bunch those Jove are, absolutely. Now, it's not actually, so that was a Jove gate that we came through, but the people that control this system are called the Deathless. So they are a group called the Deathless Circle. They're a pirate faction, and they control this system. I have warped you to a station, which is, again, it's a really weird station, and you can dock up in here. You can take some pictures, obviously, of the outside of it because it looks super cool. This is a particular station. This is called the Fulcrum. So this station is called the Fulcrum. It's the main station here in Zarzak, and it looks like no other station you have ever seen. It looks it kind of reminds me of like Stranger Things. You know, it looks like one of those like monster things from like first series of Stranger Things, doesn't it? It's very freaky. So go ahead and take some pictures of the fulcrum. You can dock in it. It's like any other station. You can dock in it, but you'll see that it has less station services than you're used to. It doesn't have the normal full range of station services. So, and it looks really different inside. So it's got like freaky holographic dudes with glowing eyes, because, you know, freaky. Yeah, it just looks really cool and really different. I love seeing like stations and stuff that look different from all the others. It's always really good. Nice. I like that one, Aragon, with like the station just like looming out of the fog. Freaky. Interesting vibe, indeed, yes. Deathless Circle, gravity will kill you here, checks out. Yes. So go ahead and take your pictures, or whatever you want to take, around the fulcrum. So the inside and the outside of the fulcrum, just be careful, because players will try and kill you in Zarzak, rats will try and kill you in Zarzak, and just space will try and kill you in Zarzak. Basically in Zarzak, everything wants to kill you. The idea of Zarzak is this is the pirate HQ. So if you are enlisted in faction warfare for one of the pirate factions, as you can do now, this is a good place for you to live, because it has... Oh, we have someone docking, someone on the stations. Go ahead and dock up if you could. Go ahead and dock up in the fulcrum. So, yeah, this is controlled by the pirates, but also there's something called a deathless shipcaster. So shipcasters are something that you can use if you're enlisted in faction warfare, and you can, using the shipcasters, you can basically launch your ship to certain places that are controlled by your faction. So, for example, if you're aligned with if you're enlisted with Mimitar, you can use their shipcasters to take you to Mimitar front systems, I think it is. There's certain systems that you can take yourself to using the shipcaster. And the shipcaster that is in Zarzak is accessible for pirates. So if you're if you're enlisted with a pirate faction, you can live in Zarzak, and you can use the Deathcaster to launch yourself to any of your pirate frontline systems. So you can use it like fast travel to get to pirate systems that are corrupted. So you can go and fight for the pirates in their in corrupting systems. Plotting intensifies, yes. Okay, so last thing to show you in Zarzak is... last two things to show you in Zarzak are, if you... let me just check that that guy's gone, he has. Okay, so if you go ahead and undock from the fulcrum, undock. The reason we're staying close to the station and the gate is because if we go somewhere else, the gravity is going to start to kill us. So that's why we're staying close to the station and close to the gate. So go ahead and open up your D-scan that I showed you before. Go ahead and open up your D-scan window. Nope. Having issues? That's because you cannot use D-scan in Zarzak. D-scan is prohibited in Zarzak. Your D-scanner will not even open. So, yeah, trick question. So now go ahead and create a bookmark for me. Go ahead, Control and B, create a bookmark. Nope, can't do it. Can't create bookmarks in Zarzak. So you can't create bookmarks. You cannot use D-scan, and also there's no local either. So if you have a look at local, you will see there's nobody here. But actually, we know there are people here because we're here. So there is no updated list of people in local. So yes, so Zarzak is very weird and very special because you can't use a load of things that you can anywhere else. So it's a very dangerous system. We are soon getting to the point where gravity is going to start killing us, so let's beat retreat from Zarzak. There is one gate that we can use, which is the Turner Gate. So if someone wouldn't mind just checking out the Turner Gate, just see if it's clear, and then we will head back to Turner.
It was clear.
Lovely. Okay, so fleet, take this fleet warp to Turner. If you miss the fleet warp, then go ahead and warp yourself to Turner. Yeah, Marx, as I would say, the Deathless don't really like anyone. Yes. And as Davy says, not even themselves if they choose to live here out of all places. Yes. Yeah. They just really like the environment. Gone for creepy. Shady part of town at 3 AM, exactly. That's yeah. Okay, once you have warped to the Turner Gate, go ahead and jump into Turner. Go ahead and jump into Turner. Let's get the heck out of Zarzak, because it's scary. Let's go into the slightly less scary Turner. We have a little Tristan on the gate. Hello, little Tristan.
I'm on a safe if you'd want it.
Lovely, thanks. Okay, so fleet, take this fleet warp. We're going to Mark. If you miss the fleet warp, warp yourself to Mark. Okay, so we have one person in a pod. Aragon, I'm taking it that the NPCs shot you.
Yeah, I have lost my shuttle.
Okay, no problem. And
If you just pop into his Rabata, I can give you another one.
Lovely, thank you. We shall reship you. So yeah, Aragon, if you go ahead and warp over to Israbata, and we'll grab you another shuttle, so that you have at least one layer of protection before you die.
Yeah, I got.
You'll slow down the fleet otherwise, really.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, shuttles warp super slowly, and pods warp super slowly, which means that
Which station should I go?
Give me a second. If you just warp to me, you'll be just outside. But it's Moon 5.
So for now, if you warp yourself, this is Aragon. If you warp yourself to Isbabata, the Isbabata gate, and then jump through that, and then warp yourself to Mark. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention about Turner is it's called system effects. So if you hover over just above your capacitor, you'll see there are system effects, and it says that there is a penalty to scan resolution, a penalty to targeting range, and a penalty to sensor strength. But there is a 20% bonus to warp speed. So there are particular station effects in this system. So I'm just keeping an eye on D-scan just to see if there's nothing coming for us, but just to keep on the safe side, while we're sitting on this safe, guys, waiting for Aragon to reship, if you go ahead and double-click in any direction. So just double-click in any direction to move your ship in a random direction. And what that means is if someone just lands right on us now, and they could just use a smart bomb and just take out pretty much all of you. So we're just going to spread out a little bit, basically, spacing, and that way they can maybe take one or two, but not take all of us. So this is yeah, this is a good practice if you're sitting on a safe for a long time. Just spread out a little bit so that they can't kill us all.
There you go. If you dock up now, I'll give you a. There you go.
Thanks.
Okay, and once you're reshipped, if you can head back over to Turner.
Okay.
Ah, nice screenshots. The screenshot of the hologram, I like that, mad. Only showed up while undocking, yeah, typical.
Yeah, as soon as you're in Turner, if you warp to Laura, you should be good.
Yeah, if you go ahead and warp to me once you're in Turner. Davey says, are Turner and Thera systems a good starting point if I ever intend to do some wormhole exploration trips? Or am I better off scouting a random wormhole entrance anywhere in HiSec? Yeah, they can be pretty good because there's loads of wormholes. So basically, if you don't like one, you can just try another one. So yeah, pretty good for trying out some wormhole space. Okay, lovely. Yeah, Isidore makes a good point that Zarzak was for a short time, it was a superhighway before CCP changed it, because it used to be that you could go through any of the gates without that emanation lock that we talked about. So, yeah, so it was a superhighway.
Why did they nerf it?
Basically, it was just too powerful. It was just like you could go there and get to anywhere. It was like using the shipcaster and using the 4 gates. So it was just too powerful to be able to go through there, and it was just basically no reason to be anywhere else.
Okay.
Nivek says, Isbarbata is a great place to base yourself from. Yeah, absolutely. So you've got the low-sec community, and then right next door you have Thera, and then, Turner. Why do I always get them confused? And then right next to that you have Zarzak. So it's a really good place to base yourself from. Okay, I think we have everybody back, apart from Nivek. So next we are going to do the last stop of our tour, which is Thera, and I have a plan, but plans with Thera are always unsure. They never quite work out as planned. So I have a plan to get to Thera from here, but let's see. So what we're going to do, we are going to use one of the wormholes in Turner to get out to known space, and then we're going to use one of those, another one, to get into Thera. So I'm hoping that the anal one is still there. Let's see, is WRS still there? No, it is not, is it? Excellent. Oh, no, it is. No, it is. It's just got a different name. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, yeah, could someone just check out the WAQ SIG and just see that that's clear, and then we'll go through there. It should take us to low-sec.
Will do.
So is there anyone here who hasn't been through a wormhole before?
Wormhole is here.
Yay! Okay, perfect. Okay, we've got a couple of people who haven't been through a wormhole either. So we are going to take this fleet warp to the wormhole. Wormholes they're kind of like doors. So they are doors that will take you to another system. And that system could be high sec or low sec or null sec, or it could take you to a system that can only be accessed using one of these wormhole doors. That's called wormhole space. So we have landed on a wormhole, and you see it's like this big wibbly wobbly thing in space, and it works just like a gate. So you can just go through it like you can with a gate. Apart from normally, rather than saying jump the wormhole, we normally say splash the wormhole. So let's go ahead and do that now. So choose the wormhole in your overview, wormhole B449, and enter wormhole. So enter wormhole like you would jump through a gate. So go ahead and do that now. Go through the wormhole. And once you've gone through, you'll find that you are in a null, which is 0.8, which is high sec. So we jumped from where we were before, we jumped straight to high sec. So that's pretty cool. That was 9 jumps. So it would have taken us 9 jumps if we were to just jump here. But we have got here through 1 wormhole. So pretty cool, right? That is, that's how wormholes work. Glitching, yeah. So, yeah, welcome to iNull. What I now want to do, ideally, is hopefully we still have a wormhole a short distance away to Thera, which should be in Olatiers. So, Mark, would you mind heading over to Olatiers and just see if there is still a Thera wormhole there?
I'm away.
Thanks. We'll start heading in that direction because I am ever positive.
That's very close to GS, so I wouldn't be that positive. But we'll see.
Let's try it. So, folks, what we're going to try and do now is we're going to go and try and go through another wormhole, which is hopefully still there, which might not be, which will take us to Thera. If we cannot get through this wormhole, we will go somewhere else and try and find a different way into Thera. So this is going to be your destination. So Olatiers, and I tell you what, let's maximize our chances of going there. Let's go ahead and make best speed. So folks, if you can, make best speed, but we're going to stop before we get to Olatiers. So we're going to make best speed to the system before, which is Dodenvale. So make best speed, but stop when you get to Dodenvale. Should be 8 jumps. 9 jumps if you go to Olatiers, but we're just going to Dodenvale. I call it Dodenvale. That's probably a very British way of saying it, isn't it? It makes it sound like a British village or something. But it's probably like Dodenvala or something. I don't know. Fuck knows. Let's say Dodenvale.
I don't bother. I still go DOD.
DOD, yeah. It's called Dodenvale. It sounds like a nice British town on the river. Dodenvale on Trent.
You can tell that Mark spends all of his time out in Null. But everything's 3 letters. We're done.
Everything's 3 letters. I don't bother. Otherwise I'll butcher it.
So it always throws me when we're in high sec and there's a system with a space in the middle of it instead of attack. What is this?
How dare they? What are they thinking? I'm getting freaked out when I see people on gates now, and I'm like, no, we're in high sec. I love that. Davey, it's not JITA, it's JIT. It's just JIT.
seems to be a Navy Dominic stuck in the one gate wiggling around.
You've seen that as well, have you?
Welcome to high sec.
You do the okey dokey and you turn around.
There are Gilas everywhere at the minute. This event.
Oh, I'm assuming they're using them for the event sites, right?
Yeah.
I need to like fit a hack to go and do some of those.
Don't do that.
Just like effort.
Don't do Ishtas. Please don't do Ishtas.
I'm not going to do Ishtars. I don't like drones. They smell funny, right?
Mark is allergic to Ishtars.
Especially high-sec ones, they just really wind me up.
I'm going to be honest with you, Mark, right? I can fly literally every hack apart from the trig one. Pick an Ishtar.
Yeah, that's a good
Why?
point.
I think the only reason I'd pick one of them would be to meme on dealers with my objectively superior drone boat.
Let's see if this Thera is there. Fingers crossed, guys.
Fingers crossed. Everybody, fingers crossed. We need many fingers crossed for this.
Fingers are crossed, toes are crossed, everything's crossed.
There's not that many in the system, so that's a good sign.
I mean, it is a low sec hole near Jita, right? So it's not as likely.
A lot of DSTs, let me tell you.
Ah.
We are good.
Yay! Oh my god, this is the perfect trip. Nothing has gone wrong so far. I'm amazed.
Edit.
Yeah. Sorry. I have now jinxed us. Famous
what's
last
happening
words. Are you guys ready to get stuck in Thera?
There is so much mass left on this. I can't see you breaking it.
I will accept drones for PvP reasons, Davey. It's fine.
Davey says, allergic to drones. Somebody stop that man from opening flight deck contracts and seeing the Algos fit stacked on there.
Yeah, it's not this side I'm worried about. It's the other side.
Yeah.
Technically, we will have made it to the last destination if we get spot bombed on the entrance.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, fair.
So we might very, very briefly see Thera.
Oh, it will be brief if there's a map over on the other side.
We need to have our
You want to
screenshot key ready so you can take a quick screenshot before you die.
Do you want us to hold on the Doddenvale gate on this side, or are the Olatiers gate in Doddenvale?
Good question. I think most people have gone to Olatiers, so let's just go to Olatiers. So warp yourself to Olatiers. Oh no, we were just
You're sitting
invisible.
on the Olatiers gate.
Okay, cool. Fleet is in warp to Olatiers. Okay, so how are we looking? We're now on the gate.
Yeah, should be fine.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, fleet. Jump into Olatiers. Jump into Olatiers. And then what you want in Olatiers, let me just 3, 2, 1. Take this fleet warp to the Thera bookmark. So I'm missing a couple of people, Kai and Davey. Once you've jumped into Olatiers, if you wait just a sec, and then go ahead and, okay, if you warp to me now, you'll be on the Thera wormhole. So go ahead and warp to me, Kai and Davey.
Okay, there's a saber on the other side. Bubble.
Oh, great. Love to see
We're in
it.
shuttles. We're in shuttles. The bubble's fine.
We're in shuttles, but probably means he has friends. Okay, this is the most dangerous part of our trip, okay, guys? So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the wormhole, and then I'm going to fleet warp us off somewhere else. And then we'll talk about Thera once we are safe. So Kai's just arrived, lovely. Okay, so fleet, take the wormhole. Take the wormhole, splash this wormhole. This M164 that we're in front of.
I will get to a safe, and then you can water that.
Splash the wormhole. This guy's put up a bubble, but he doesn't know that we're all in shuttles. Hee 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 hee. And then fleet, take this fleet warp. There we go. There we go. That was pro move, that was.
It looks like I'm out of energy. I'll make it part of the way there, but probably
Yeah.
not all.
That's fine. So, Thera is a massive system. Thera is huge. I think it's by far the biggest system in the game. So you will definitely, at some point, run out of cap warping across Thera. So that's fine. If you run out of cap and can't make it all the way there, you will land somewhere pretty safe. So you can then, what I've done, I've walked us to a bookmark which is close to Gravelabs. So I've walked us to close to a station in Thera. So if you drop out of warp, I'd suggest you warp yourself to Gravelabs. It's this one. This one. No.
It is not uncommon to get a 430 AU warp,
Yeah.
which is insane.
You can tell who's got the highest skills because they make it the furthest across the system.
I'm on
Poor Merlins.
jump 3.
Down to here.
Yep. So once you are here, if you go ahead and take this fleet warp, we are going to Applied Gravitation Laboratory, the station. So if you go ahead and warp to there and dock yourself up in Applied Gravitation Laboratory, which is known as Gravelabs for short. What is a bubble? Excellent question. So, you know when we jumped through the wormhole, there was that big bubble-looking thing. That was caused by that ship that was on the other side of the wormhole, which was a saber. That was an interdictor. And interdictors can launch these bubbles, and they show up in space like a physical bubble kind of thing. And if you are inside the bubble, you can't warp. You can't warp if you're inside the bubble. It's like an area of effect tackle. But there are some exceptions to that, and one of the exceptions to not being able to warp in a bubble is if you're in a shuttle, which is why we bought shuttles for this, because if we weren't in shuttles now, we would be dead, or potentially dead, because that saber had a bubble on the gate. Once we were trapped in the bubble, he would have called in his friends and killed us. So yeah, this is why we're in shuttles, because shuttles are immune from bubbles. There's also other stuff you can do to make yourself immune from bubbles, like fitting nullifiers. But the default is that you can't warp if you're within a bubble. That's the thing to kind of bear in mind, and then just remember there are some exceptions to that rule.
Laura, I have a Terra question.
Yeah, sure.
Is there a market in Terra or industry stations with bonuses to industry stuff?
So Thera is unusual because it has NPC stations. So it's the only wormhole that has NPC stations in it. And so there is a market because there are NPC stations. So you can buy stuff in Thera. I'm not sure about industry and manufacturing stuff.
I think you can, but it's like a normal NPC sort of stuff. It's not, you won't be rigged or anything.
Yeah, so it's not ideal for manufacturing stuff. You can do it, but it's like why.
I'm just thinking how it will be cheaper if you could set up on Terra to buy stuff or to manufacture stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And Thera is dangerous because of that, basically, because it's so convenient. If you want to do fleets or if you want to do exploration and things like that, Thera is a really good place to be because you can just, all of those wormholes that we saw on that website, you can go to any of those places and come back again. It's a really convenient place to be. So therefore it's dangerous because a lot of people want to be here and want to kill other people who also want to be here. So it's, yeah, it's a very dangerous system, but it's also really cool. It's definitely my favorite system in the game, Thera. It's just got so many opportunities. It's awesome. So this is, yeah, it's the only wormhole system that has NPC stations. Like other wormhole space, it doesn't have local. So if you, was that our Saber pilot who said rude and local? I love it. So, in wormholes, there and also in Zarzak, as we discovered, there is no constant local. So in local, you cannot see a constant list of people who are in local with you. So in other systems, you can see who's in system with you. In wormholes and in Zarzak, you can't, but you can see them if they talk. So for example, you can see the Wind Cries Mary, who was the Saber pilot that we evaded, said rude. So we can see that he's in system now because he's spoken in local. Mark has then spoken back, so Mark is now in the member list of someone that is in Thera. So the general rule for wormholes is generally you don't want to talk in local, because if you're talking local, you're letting people know that you're there. And people not knowing you're there is kind of your superpower in wormholes. You want to sneak up on people. So yeah. Davey says, Jet says Thera is wormhole space. Yes, it is. This is wormhole space. It's just different from other wormhole space because it doesn't have the J name and it's got NPC stations and it's really big and there's loads of other wormholes. Davey says, in regards to exploration, is it maybe a bit too overcrowded with other explorers, especially for inexperienced alpha pilots who might not be able to scan and hack stuff very fast? It is... So it is crowded. There are a lot of people that live in Thera. It is dangerous doing exploration in Thera and around Thera, like in systems that Thera links to, but it can be worth it. It can still be worth it. And also, unlike other wormholes, because it's got NPC stations, you can put a jump clone in Thera. So you can put a jump clone in Thera and be able to both instantly travel to Thera. So that reminds me, actually, if you want to come back to Thera, stick a jump clone here. There's a jump clone. There's a clone bay in this station, so you can stick a jump clone here. But you can also, so you can set this as your jump clone, and then if you die, you can just come back here. So yeah, it is dangerous. There is lots of competition, but it might be worth it. And it's, it kind of makes you learn how this kind of thing works. Makes you learn how to evade and how to be a little bit stealthy. Mark says it's a superhighway of sorts, so you can find dead pockets of null for good exploration. Yeah, exactly. So normally if you were doing exploration, you probably wouldn't do exploration in actual Thera itself. You would use one of the wormholes to take you to somewhere that was a bit quiet and then do your exploration there and then bring your stuff back to Thera. Jet, isn't it a good idea to say something right before leaving to make people there confused? You can if you want to be a troll. I'm not going to complain about being a trolly troll. As long as you're respectful, then absolutely. Minot, I am a visual learner. Is there a map? Like there is a map tab, but I couldn't find Thera there. That's because Thera so the map shows known space. So Thera is a different system. It's in a different little area. It's in wormhole space, so you can't get to it from any gates, which is why it's not on the map. So it's it's off map, secret.
That bookmark folder is basically your map.
Yeah. So, and also on the Eve Scout website, if you go to the Eve Scout website, it defaults to a list first of all. But what you can also do is in the top right, you can switch to a map. So you can switch to see whereabouts in space do these wormholes go. So, for example, there's like one in Domain now, there's one in Sync Liaison, which is the one we came through. There's 3 in Essence, 1 in Syndicate. So these are all the places you can get to from Thera at the moment. Or you can switch back to the list view and just see a list of all the things. And at the top of the website, you can type in. So at the moment, I think it defaults to Jita. So for example, if you type in Jita at the top, it will show you in descending order the nearest connections to Jita. And then if you were to say, like you wanted to go to Isbabata, for example, if you type in Isbabata up there, then it will show you the nearest stations to Isbabata in order. So you can decide where you want to go and you can find the closest Thera hole from there.
Laura, I heard that CCP decided to remove Jita from the game. What will it?
We don't know at the moment. It's an evolving story. So there is, for those people who haven't been following up on the Scope news, shit's going down in Jita, y'all. Shit is going down in Jita. There is big falling outs between the major empires. It's just lore at the moment. It hasn't had any like actual effect in game apart from the gates got a little bit bashed up. But we'll have to see how it affects the in-game stuff. They're obviously building towards something, so we're going to have to see what happens. There's been speculation about all kinds of things. Is worst case scenario, is Jita going to be wiped off the map? I kind of doubt it, to be honest.
Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt.
Jita is a very big, very busy system. But are they going to change where it is? Like, are they going to move the gates? Is it going to switch allegiance? At the moment, it's Caldari. Is it going to become neutral? Or, what's going to happen? We don't know. That's one of the cool things. Like this, when we were in Turner and I was talking about the big explosion, the failed Damar experiment, and then the explosion that caused all the wormholes and stuff, that was evolving content like this. So they kind of drip feed like, okay, this is happening, Amara doing an experiment, and then experiment's gone wrong, there's this massive shockwave, we're trying to find out what's going on, and then it's like, okay, now there's wormholes. So it's like they're obviously building something new is going to happen. I kind of suspect it's got something to do with the new Exordium thing that they're bringing in, which is like the place for new players, because it just seems convenient that this is happening at the same time as they're also bringing in Exordium. So I suspect there's going to be some kind of link between Jita and Exordium somehow. But
I don't know, because I heard something about faction war stuff in HiSec, right? And I feel like it's set up for that.
Yeah, maybe. They did say that faction warfare was going to be a big focus.
I did also see a bunch of players the day after it happened attempting to rep the gates with Logi chips.
Bless them.
The one guy was attempting to repair structure damage on the gate with a shield wrap.
Oh, nice.
He was going for it.
Enthusiasm. Trying to rep it with enthusiasm. Artelan says, as a new player, I've heard of Jita's reputation. What's the impact of this event on Jita? I don't get what's happening. None of us do really at the moment. It's kind of an evolving storyline. What we know is that there was some kind of attack on Jita. Somebody has attacked the gates in Jita. All of the empires are basically blaming each other for it, and they are starting to argue. Tensions are escalating, and the expansion is called Warpath. So, or the storyline is called Warpath. So, yeah. There's going to be some kind of war happening, but we don't know what's going to happen with it. So,
well, it was obviously the Galantians.
I say that might not be. They're saying it wasn't them, and I don't know. It screams of Deathless for me. I think
It's always a Ma. It's always a Ma.
I liked because if you read, there's like there's on the Eve news site, there's like articles, like news articles that like drip feed stuff, and I always like the Amar statements because they're always super sassy. Because they just think they're better than everyone, so their statements are always like, "Ugh," like you can just imagine it's like totally Mean Girls, like, "Ugh," well, like,
How dare you?
I know. Archelan says, "Rah rah rah, kill the Reds, kill the Reds." Where can we follow the news? You can follow it on the Eve Online news site. So from your launcher, when you launch Eve, there's normally a link to the most recent news article, and then you can browse back through there for all previous articles. Kind of fits their aesthetic, yeah. I mean, I did say when I was talking about the Turner explosion, I did say it's always a Mar. Not that I'm biased at all. Okay, do we have any more questions about Thera while we're here? Or the ongoing event, or basically anything, because we are basically at the end of the tour now. This is the last stop on our tour.
It's a great place to leave ships, especially
Yes.
maledictions.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is a really good place to put a jump clone, and if you can move some ships in here, particularly when G2 is close, yeah, that's always really handy. Is there a date for the new expansion? Normally, I suspect that the big payoff of this thing that they're building up to is probably going to happen at FanFest. So FanFest is the 14th to the 16th of May. So in a couple of weeks, I expect there's going to be something happening because they like to announce some kind of big thing at FanFest.
It's going to kick off.
It's kicking off, man. Jet says there were some guys arrested by Caldari for tampering with gates around Jita previously. Don't remember where they were from. Probably Galente. They always blame the Galente if it's Caldari.
Not that they're biased at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So let's head off. So what I would suggest is let's go. So there is a cool thing in Thera, which is the epicenter. I don't really know very much about the epicenter, but let's just fucking go there. Last time I went there, we got attacked by rats, and some of us died. So
I remember.
we're at the end of our tour now. So if we go to the epicenter and we die, then great, you are free. But if we don't, then we will go back and try and get a wormhole out of here. So let's just yeet over to the epicenter and have a look at it. And then if we survive the epicenter, we shall go ahead and head home.
I think we need more formation warps. That's what we're missing.
Yeah. I do have the skills for formation warps. I just forget that I do. Forget that they exist.
I like my really inconvenient arrow formation for missioning fleets. You know, because it'll drop a praxis like 10k away from the gate at the end of the arrow.
Okay, see if I can make these things follow me.
Okay, this is the epicenter, and those rats that are over there, they will potentially fuck you up. So if they
There's no
start,
potential.
if they
They
start
will.
fucking you, then run.
Ah, they're on me. It's all good.
Okay, let's just let them murder Mark. It's fine. So those people who didn't manage to take the warp all the way, keep trying to warp to the epicenter. There's not very much to show you here, to be honest. I just kind of brought you here to see if we die. There's these little cool mini wormhole things. Don't really know what they are. Probably some lore behind them. This is the let's just die stage of our tour. So I don't really...
I wonder what happens if I fly through one of them.
Yeah, poke it. See what happens if we poke it.
Can I do kamikaze?
Can you do what?
Kamikaze.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're at the end of our tour now, so die or take yourself home whichever way you please. If you want to go and poke the rats and see if they will kill you, you can do. Or we can take a chance on that
They're
wormhole
changing.
still being here.
They're changing.
Ah,
Coming for you.
ah, someone's going to get shot.
Who's getting space violenced? Somebody's going to become an explosion.
Sacrifice myself for the team. We love it. We love to see it.
Bump them aggressively.
So, guys, if you don't want to die, maybe get away from the epicenter. If you do want to die, then absolutely stay here. The wormhole to go home, if you want to do so, would probably be the one that we came through, I think.
Yeah, it would be,
yeah, OEI is gone. So if you do want to go home, you want to go to UDV. UDV.
I'm going to go check it. It might take people a couple of jumps to get there, so
Okay.
our friendly saber has gone.
Let's try. I'm going to try and start warping the fleet over to UDV. So, yeah, if you run out of cap, don't worry. Just you will be away from these minis.
There's a new one that's gone up 4 jumps from G2.
Ooh,
It's a OEI.
I can't see that in the bookmark folder.
When I maybe it's not on the bookmark folder yet, but it's on the website.
I just saved Minot's life there against his will.
The other side is safe.
Okay, let's just go through this one. So, fleet, let's go back through this wormhole, jump, jump, jump through the wormhole, splash the wormhole. We have gone to UDV. So UDV is the location that we've gone to.
And then it's in Becky.
That is home. So once you are in Olatiers, it's you're in low sec, and the next jump is high sec. So as soon as you jump to the next gate, you will be back to high sec. So go ahead and make best speed to Korsiki or to wherever the heck you want to go. Remember that you set your home station to Isbabata, so if you don't want to end up in Isbabata next time you die, then reset your home station to Korsiki or wherever you want to be. Is everybody back into... Oh, Aragon's just come through in a pod. Hi. Is everybody who wants to be back into K-Space back in K-Space? Is there anybody who is still lost in Terra?
I think Aragon likes his pod.
That's twice, isn't it?
It's twice.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the black sheep.
I feel like we need to bring him on some PvP fleets so we'll name tank for us. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's a very good screenshot artist. I don't know about Navigator.
Okay, Papa Jam is lost. Where are you, Papa Jam? Are you in Thera? Okay, in Thera, you will want to open up your bookmark folder. That is this one, and then go to your Neocom menu at the very top. Go to Personal and go to Locations. And then out of the list, so you will see that there is, so you want to open up Shared Locations folder, and then open up the Eve Scout folder that you connected to. And then you're going to want to find the one on the list that is called UDV, UDV-770. And if you right-click that and warp to it, you'll find a wormhole, and that will take you back to known space. Let me know if you're if you're lost, you can't find it or anything like that, we will help you escape. And then once you're back into K-Space, then get yourself back to Korsiki or wherever the heck you want to go.
I think it's only fair since it's your fleet, Laura. You can pick who wins the wolf.
Ooh, yeah, cool. Let me have a look through some of the screenshots. I did see some really good ones.
Thank you for the fleet. I will see you again.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thanks for scouting us.
No problem. See ya.
See it.
Okay, there we go. Let's go with that one. I think that one's really pretty. Managed to get out. Perfect. Okay, so everybody's now out of Thera who wants to be out of Thera, so, and we are back in high sec, so I will call an end to the tour, even though we're still sort of moving. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for coming. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed seeing some cool stuff. I hope you will come on another tour. The next one I'm going to do, I'm planning to do Evegate next time, because that was the second most popular in the poll, so we'll go and see the Evegate, which is where humanity in New Eden came from, and it's pretty cool. You need to go and see it at least once. And we'll go and see some other cool stuff on the way as well, like we'll go to Molia, we'll go and see the Titan Honor Guard in Amar and that kind of stuff. So I will get that in the calendar probably in about a month's time. Also, next week we have karaoke. So if you enjoy just hanging out with fellow Eve nerds, just like we have done here, but also singing some songs, sometimes badly, then come along to karaoke, which is next Saturday. We are going to do some karaoke on Discord. It's super fun, super chill. You don't need to sing. If you don't want to, you can just sit around and listen and have some chats, have some laughs and that kind of thing. Yeah, if anyone else has anything else they want to plug, now is the time.
Other than telling people that they should join PvP fleets so that we can make explosions that aren't our shuttles being hit by smart bombs. Yeah.
Absolutely. And by the way, guys, if this was your first fleet, if this was like the first event that you came on, if you managed to follow along with this okay, you can follow like a basic PvP fleet. Absolutely. You just, the only additional thing that you do on the PvP fleet is you shoot people in the face. When you, rather than going to a system and looking at stuff, you go to a system, shoot people in the face, and then you go somewhere else. So literally, if you've managed to keep up with this, like Magic Merlin's fleet or some kind of like similar new player friendly PvP fleet, you have got it down pat. So come along to them because they are super fun. And you get to make pretty explosions, which are the prettiest thing in Eve.
Oh, I've made a mistake. I flew myself back to Jita instead of Korsiki, and I've got money today. This is an error.
It's a rookie error there. Rookie error. We've got, I know we're on a delay, we're on a 15-minute delay on Twitch, but we've got 49 people watching. It's quite a lot in it. It's pretty good. Okay, I think we are all either back in Korsiki or near Korsiki now, so I am going to go ahead and drop comms. Thank you guys for coming, and end the fleet. So thanks very much, guys. See you next time. Do disband fleet. Let's do that. Okay, thanks so much, guys. See you later.